These are the best graphics, controller, and audio settings in MW3. For graphics, you want to run full screen exclusive. It gives you the most frames. Make sure your screen refresh rate is at whatever your monitor supports, and then everything else is kind of default. If it's available, I run NVIDIA Reflex Low Latency. I have this on. Some people run on plus boost. I find on to be the best for me. Eco mode, I have this on custom. VSyncs both off. Custom frame rate limit, again, you want to have this at whatever your monitor supports, and then for menu, you want to have it lower so your GPU isn't frying in your PC. And then high dynamic range off. For quality, we're rocking custom render resolution at 100. Upscaling, I run fidelity cast. I run 80. Feel free to switch this to whatever you feel looks best. VRAM scale target, I have this at 90. And then variable rate shading, I have this on because it says it improves performance. Next, texture resolution, low, depth of field off, detail quality level low, particle resolution very low, bullet impacts on, persistent effects on, shader quality low, on-demand texture streaming, make sure you have this off, local texture streaming low, shadow quality low, off, low, tessellation off, terrain memory max, make sure you have this all the way up there, it helps with frames, volumetric quality low, and then off. Next for view, I run 105 FOV, feel free to run whatever you feel comfortable with. Affected, weapon FOV, I run wide because I feel like it looks the best. Make sure you have both the motion blurs off, film grain at 0, and then for camera movement, make sure you have this at least or 50, it helps with screen shaking, and then the rest of this for me is default. Next we go into audio. We have a few settings here. Make sure you have headphone bass boost, stereo, and then for master volume, I have all the gameplay music off, and then the effects volume at 100. I actually control my audio through a mixer. I use the Beacon Mix, which is in the description down below if you want to check it out. The only other setting that I would look at is I switched the reduced tinnitus sound. I'm probably saying that wrong, but it reduces the high ringing when you get flashbanged. And last but not least, we're going to go over my controller settings. I run stick and move flipped. Again, personal preference, whatever you feel makes you move and shoot the best. Make sure you have your controller vibration off. And then dead zones are pretty controller dependent. The only thing I would switch is your left stick max. I would move this down to 75. This allows you to move your stick less to get to the maximum sprint speed or strafe speed, so it helps with strafing in gunfights. And then your left and right, you want to have these as low to 0 as possible. Next for aiming, I run 66.85, dynamic aim response curve. And then another thing I run that not a lot of other people do is I run gradual instead of instant. This is only because I've gotten used to it over the years. It is complete personal preference. Aim assist, obviously have that on. I'm running default aim assist type for now. I might switch to Black Ops depending on how good it is. And then the rest are default. For gameplay, I do not run ATS, but a lot of people like it, so feel free to throw it on. Grounded mantle off, partial off. This helps so you don't auto mantle things randomly. And then this is a big one. Switch slide dive behavior to slide only. For me, this has helped with the small delay in between sprinting and sliding, making my movement feel a lot smoother. Everything else is default. I haven't changed anything if you want to look at it. And that's it for the settings. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, sub if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Deuces.